If you like it, then you should have put a ring on it, Matthew.
And you know what, Meg? I did. I absolutely hated you. Hi lovelies, welcome back to another video and my channel. Thank you so much for returning, and if you are new here, then welcome. My name's Naomi and I'm so happy to meet you. So before we get into the video, I would just like to take this opportunity to say a massive thank you for all of the support that I've been getting lately. My subscriber count is going up and up each day, and I'm so grateful. Also a big thank you for everyone who comments and likes my videos. It really does mean the absolute world to me. Just a bit of information before we get into the video. I will be starting to upload 3 times a week on a Tuesday, Friday and Sunday. So just quickly before we get into it, I would just like to also take this opportunity to say that if you haven't already, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Make sure you're following me on all of my social medias. I've got Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, don't have Snapchat, and I have recently just started my own blog, so if you would like to follow me on all of them, then they will be in the description below. And instead of me just rambling on for the next foreseeable future, let's just get straight into the video. So today what I thought I'd do is I'm going to do the assumptions video. I'm going to jump on the bandwagon, and over on my Instagram I asked yous what your assumptions were of me. So I'm going to go through them, answer your assumptions of me, but I need to get ready. So I'm going to do it while I'm getting ready with yous. You know, so I'm not going to be naming everything that I'm using. If you've watched any of my other videos before, you'll know that I pretty much do the same makeup every day. If you do want to know of any products that I'm using, then follow me on Instagram and leave me a message and I will happily get back to you. Let's get into the video. Right, so I've already done my moisturiser before I come on camera because I've just got out the bath. And, you know, elephant in the room, I haven't washed my hair again. I'm so sorry. Not that it makes any difference to your lives, but I've been on nights. And you know, I'm not washing my hair just to go on a night shift, so it's, you know, it's all a bit blasé. But I'm going swimming with my mum tonight, so I thought, well, there's no point me washing it if I'm going swimming, so I'm gonna wash it tonight when I get back in. Anyways, the first assumption of me was that I am engaged, and I'm not. I've been hinting to my boyfriend Matt for about a year now, probably more, and he's not taken the hint, so I don't really know what else to say on that matter, if I'm honest. But no, I'm not engaged. We've been together for 3 years and we have a house. We bought a house together and we have a little dog, but still no ring.
If you like it, then you should have put a ring on it, Matthew.
So the next assumption was that I am a drama specialist. Now, I don't know what that means, if I'm honest. I did do drama in school, shock, I know, but I didn't do it as like one of my options. You had to do it from year 7 until year 9. And then that was it. So, you know, I did do drama, but nothing like professional or anything. It was just in school, and I didn't do it as like one of my options, but I can be a bit of a drama queen. I don't know whether you've noticed. Whenever I'm poorly, I am the biggest drama queen known to man. I want everyone to feel sorry for me. I wake Matt up, I'm like, Matt, can you go and get me a Lemsip? But yeah, definitely didn't do drama in school. I've just learned it on my own. Now, the next assumption that someone messaged me on Instagram was my brother's girlfriend, and she said that I hated her when I first met her. And you know what, Meg? I did. I absolutely hated you. I never really. The reason I've left that in, I know it's a personal one, but the reason I left it in was because I wanted to just address that I think hate is such a strong word, and I genuinely don't hate anyone. Don't get me wrong, there's a couple of people that, you know, I'm not keen on, or like I don't particularly enjoy their company, but I honestly don't think that I could hate someone. I think hate is such a strong word, and I think it gets thrown about way too freely, if that makes sense. You know, everyone isn't going to like everyone in the world. It's not going to happen. But for people to say that they hate someone, that is such a strong statement. So to answer the assumption, no, I didn't hate you, Meg, and I don't hate anyone. And that's not me being like, oh, you know, I'm perfect, I don't hate anyone. There's people that I don't like, and I'd rather not spend time in their company. But I'd never say I hate someone. I just think it's a really strong statement and it shouldn't be used lightly. The next assumption that someone written was that I am as genuine in real life as I am on YouTube, like behind the camera. And I'd like to think so. You know, not everyone's perfect. Everyone has the days where, you know, they can be a bitch, or, you know, that they're just not themselves. But I do think that I am a nice person, and I think that it shows in my videos. You know, I don't try and hide my personality. I don't try and hide that I'm a plus size girl. You know, I don't try and hide who I am. So I think I am genuine, yes, to answer your question. Now, the next assumption that somebody wrote was that I am funny, gorgeous and determined, and that is absolutely lovely. That made my day, if I'm honest. But do I agree with it? I agree with some of it. I think I am a very determined person. You know, I am not very academic. I didn't do very well at school, and it was because I wasn't interested in it. You know, I was never like a naughty kid in school, but I just didn't get really exceptional grades. I passed everything. You know, I got all my maths and English and stuff, but because I didn't like it, I didn't try and do as well. Because I'm really interested in nursing and, you know, wanting to become a nurse, I'm more determined to do better at uni. Even though I'm not very academic, I learn so much more by like being on the wards and like being out with patients in the community, and I learn more by doing that. However, you know, it's a 50-50 course. You've got to do 50% theory, 50% practical. So I'm very aware of that. And, you know, I'm not the type of person that wants to get straight A's, because I know that I won't. And that's not me putting myself down. That's me being very realistic. You know, I'm not very academic, and I struggle with writing. I know what I want to say, and if you asked me to go and do something relating to a patient, I could probably do it like that. You asked me to write each step down that I would be doing, it wouldn't process in my head. I'm a very practical learner. So obviously the assumption was that I am funny, gorgeous and determined. I would agree with you on the determined bit. I am very determined, you know, if I want something then I do tend to do it. So linking in with my 2019 goals video, which if you haven't seen I'll link that down below. You know, one of my goals this year is to lose weight, and I'm gonna practice what I preach. I'm gonna lose weight. I'm gonna, you know, instead of encouraging my friends to lose weight and going, no, don't eat that, I'm gonna do it for myself. So I'm gonna be my own worst enemy, and I'll thank myself in a year's time. So the other parts of that assumption was funny and gorgeous. Now, no way in hell do I think I am God's gift and I am absolutely stunning and blah blah blah. However, I am pretty comfortable in my own skin, and I think that I am a nice person, and I think that that completely overrules what you look like. So, you know, I am quite a confident person, but there are times when I get shy and, you know, things like that. I do think that I can be funny. I've got a very dry sense of humour. I don't take things to heart. Like my boyfriend Matt, he done a voiceover of me doing my makeup, and he absolutely rips me to shreds, you know, but that's just our sense of humour, and I don't take things personally. I know that he's joking, and I don't give what I can't take type of thing. So I have got a good sense of humour. The next assumption is that I've got kids, and when you say kids, I'm assuming you mean a human being. So no, I don't. I don't have kids. You know, I'm at uni. We haven't got a lot of money at the moment just because we're kind of living on like Matt's wage. So we don't think it'd be very fair to, you know, plan to bring a child into the world at the moment. Obviously, if it happened, then, you know, we'd both be over the moon. But I just think being responsible and bringing a child into the world when we both feel ready is a lot more adulty. So no, I don't have kids. However, I do have a fur baby, and she is 2-year-old and she's called Poppy. So do I have kids? Technically no, but she is my baby and she absolutely rules the roost in this house. Like, she comes to bed with us on a night, and I know a lot of people are like, oh my god, I can't believe you've got a dog in bed with you. She keeps us warm, we keep her warm, you know, it's our house. What difference does it make to you, type of thing. I know that it's not for everyone having the dog in bed with you, but it works for us. And it's not every night, you know. There is some nights when she'll stay downstairs in the kitchen. She has got her own bed, and she doesn't like cry at the door if we haven't let her in or anything like that. She just thinks, oh well, I'm down here tonight, I'll probably be up there tomorrow night. Like, and I know that sounds daft, but to us, she's like a little human, and she's so clever. She is honestly the cleverest dog I've ever met. Like, she's just insane. She's so clever for her own good that she's got so much energy, she doesn't know what to do with it. So she's mental. The next assumption is I would rather stay at home than go out drinking. absolutely. I don't know why this came about, but I just don't drink anymore. I used to be a bit of a binge drinker, you might say, when I was younger. And, you know, me and my friends would get a big 2 litre of cider and, you know, be a typical teenager, really. And we used to go out before we were 18. I know, shock. And I think because I'd done it all when I was younger, I can't be bothered with it anymore. I don't need a drink to have fun. Like, I like getting drunk off other people's energy, if that makes any sense. And, you know, it's not like I'm totally teetotal. If I want a drink, I'll have a drink. But to me, I don't see the point in it, because I don't like the hangover the next day. I can't handle the hangover the next day. So for me, it's just easier to not drink, and then that way I can drive, and then we save money on taxis. And Matt likes it because he's got a free taxi home, like, every night, really. The next assumption is that I hide my emotions, and I'm gonna have to agree and disagree, because I think it depends on who I'm with, and I think about, well, I try and think about the consequences of my emotions, if that makes sense. So, say for example, me and my friend have an argument, and, you know, I know that it'll upset her, then I'll try and hide my emotions. But you put Marley and me on the telly, I'm blubbering like a baby, and I don't care who's watching. So I don't really know how to answer that one. Sometimes I do hide my emotions, but it's more for the sake of other people, and then other times I just let it all blubber away. The next assumption is that I love unicorns, and I've got nothing else more to say on this other than yes, I absolutely love unicorns, and they do exist. And if you don't believe that they exist, then please leave now, because that's just the way that I feel. Moving on. Last assumption is that I'm a student nurse, and yes, I am. I don't know what else to say to that, really. I'm a student nurse. I'm in my 2nd year. I have wanted to do my nursing for a while now, and I was a healthcare assistant in the hospital for 5 years. So I left school, went to college, studied health and social care, and all of my friends were like, you know, applying to uni and stuff like that. And I just, because I struggled with college, I honestly didn't think that I'd manage uni, so I put it off, and I convinced myself that as long as I was caring for people, that it didn't bother me not doing my nursing. So I got a job in the hospital as a healthcare assistant on a vascular ward, and it was absolutely amazing. It completely opened my eyes. There was so many like wounds, and there was just, it was an amazing team to work with. So I decided that I wanted to progress, because I don't know whether you're aware, but in the NHS, it goes up in bands. So you start off as a band 1, as an apprentice healthcare assistant, and then you go up to a band 2 healthcare assistant, and they used to do a band 3 healthcare assistant, but they stopped doing that because they realised that the band 2 and 3s were doing the exact same thing but the band 3s were getting paid more. I was a band 2 and then realised that I couldn't go any higher, and then thought, well, I've wanted to do my nursing for years, I might as well give it a go now. I had to do the access course for a year before I was accepted into uni, and now I'm in my 2nd year of uni and I am a student nurse. I've also finished my makeup, I've just got my mascara to do, and we have run out of assumptions. Mascara on, all done. Yeah, anyways, I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it's answered a couple of your assumptions about me, and please don't forget to leave me any likes, comments, loves and everything down below. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. I am now uploading Tuesday, Friday and Sunday, so make sure your bell notification is turned on so you don't miss anything, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Ta-ra!